this video, we're going to be covering everything you need to know about the new Dock map. We're going to start off with the story, then move to the notes, then go on to the skins, and then the theories for Chapter 10. Additionally, we will also be showing you how to unlock the secret crawling trap. Settle in and get ready for another chapter review on Piggy Plus. Captain Budgie drops us off and thanks us and wishes us the best of luck on our future endeavors. However, in a fresh tone, Willow remarks that luck will not stop the tiger, who is already here. After escaping the map, you run into Tigry, and he pretends not to remember you, and then you guys introduce each other. You figure out who each other are, and he kind of points out that you were the hero the whole time. You stopped Willow, but then he kind of goes back on the player and says, well, why are you on Willow's side? You shouldn't be on Willow's side, because he was looking for the cure for himself to save an old friend who is supposedly Rash, and we're trying to save an old friend who is Zizzy, and we're each trying to find the cure. As you see, there's two paths right here. It's perfectly set up, and eventually Pony shows up and asks what happened, and the player explains that Tigry is on the search for the cure too, and that the player should come along with him. And Pony says he would take that offer in a heartbeat, and he is scared of Willow. However, the player says you got to give her trust if you want her to trust you. Pony explains he's only staying on Willow's side so that he can save Zizzy, and he can't bear to see Zizzy's sisters so sad. And the player says, well, none of us can. And that is when the scene changes. We are now in a snowy area, and it kind of confirms my big book 2 theory. Here's the card right here if you guys want to see that. But as you see, the safe Robby, we'll call him, stops the player and saves him. And Kona kind of introduces himself, but not really. He kind of mentions that Robby is safe, and he kind of greets him and tells him to come inside from afar. Once inside, Kona properly introduces himself and mentions that he is the creator of the safety mall droid, not the one with the chainsaw. He then introduces Robby and explains that he's programmed to help. The military has evacuated everyone further north. A bunch of infected just suddenly appeared, so the military started bombing the place, and they're working on a cure. Kona continues to say that it is more capable than Willow, who called it a tin can, by saying that it cannot get infected, which is big news, guys. And he said, you can exit my lab downstairs. Robby will be accompanying you, as it is not too safe. Now moving on to notes, we have this first note here which says, this room is peculiar. What purpose does and did it serve? On with the expedition. We're caved in, trapped. It sounds as though the outside world went silent and it has moved past us. Do you think they had any idea a tomb was here when they built the docks? We have to find one of the first subjects to substance 128 in order to come up with some sort of cure. Where in the world are we going to find any of them? I'm tired of being ignored and neglected. I'm sick of it. If they don't think I'm useful enough for them, then I'll be more useful against them. -T. Dark creatures everywhere. Someone get me out of here. I'm just a farmer who wanted an adventure. And the Mr. Stitchy note of the map says, soon. Now moving on to the one and only skin so far in the map. We have Markus, the moose. And here's his killing animation. You can't really see it that well, but yeah, he just shoves his pitchfork at you. Now, moving on to probably the main reason you probably clicked on this video, how to unlock, someone's gonna, correct me if I say equip, the new crawling trap. So what you're going to want to do is you want to get the candle first, which you will find in the creepy room downstairs. And once you have that candle, you're going to want to go and click all the Mr. Stitchy eyes. We're going to go over all 5 spots. The first one is right there on the brick wall in the maze. Now you want to go right back out and go to this one on the cement wall right here. Then you want to head upstairs and go into the second room with the lake and then click right there next to the bench. Then you want to go outside downstairs on the side of this bench right here, and boom. Then you want to go to the staircase inside near the creepy room, and that'll be your final eye. Now, I recommend you go and do it in that order, where the one that's outside is not going to be your last eye, because the scary monster creature that you will be able to unlock if you do this right will spawn right there, and you will immediately die. Now, I've noticed that multiple times that it doesn't work like that. So you want to go right to the room, start circling the tomb, I guess, that's open right here. And you're going to want to wait until Pony starts giving you the line, hey, watch out, look for this thing. And eventually, I think you just want to start circling this tomb right here until Pony deals with it. And then the tomb will be locked up. It will be covered up. And you will hear a chick-ching noise, and you are free to die or escape. And that's how you beat it. Now moving on to Chapter 10 theories. So we only got one skin for this big new chapter. We got Markus. He has a lot of questions that need to be answered. First, is he infected? Second of all, when the pig makes this awkward encounter with Pony, when Pony runs up, attacks the pig attacks back, and then Pony just sits down, does that mean Pony's infected? He did say, you go on without me. Is Pony infected? That's the second question. Well, the pig is not infected. If you look very close at Markus's eye, he is not infected. He is just heavily controlled by the insolence. So that means Pony is not infected either, which is good, because that would have been a very cool plot twist if you had both Zizzy and Pony infected, two different weird ways. Now, for theories about the Chapter 10 map, it is most likely going to take place in or around the building that Kona is in. And this all goes back to my theory that I mentioned in the Chapter 6 review video. I will leave a pinned comment for this video down below, but essentially, we can almost guarantee that this will be our next setting, our next location to be at. Another unanswered question that we still have yet to answer is, who built the Unsafe Robby, the one with the chainsaw? Because if we have this safe Robby with the blue eyes that supposedly can't get infected, that doesn't have a chainsaw, that was built by Kona, did Kona build one with the chainsaw? Did someone else take another version of the safe Robby and make him unsafe by adding a chainsaw, which, you know, turned his lights to red, his eyes? We don't know anything about that. So I would love to hear your theories down below. And make sure you guys are subscribed if you guys are new here, and tap the bell icon to be notified when we upload or go live. You guys can check out this playlist up here in the top right to see more chapter reviews of Piggy. And you can click down here for another related video, as well as subscribing right here. I will see you next time.